Today, we are breaking down a massive shift in India's tax system. So if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, or really any kind of professional, you're going to want to stick around. These next-generation GST reforms are built for you. And trust me, understanding them is going to be the key to unlocking some serious new growth.
To really get a handle on the scale of this, let's just start with the vision behind it. This quote, it frames these changes not as just some small policy tweak, but as a huge strategic evolution. The goal, to benefit every single citizen and business in the country. It really sets a powerful stage for everything we're about to cover.
Okay, let's dive right into our first section, a new era for GST. The recent 56th GST Council reading, well, it wasn't just another routine update. It really marked a turning point. The core vision here is all about creating a tax system that's simpler, way more efficient, and one that actively fuels economic growth for everyone, right from the ground up.
And this, right here, is the absolute heart of the matter. The driving force behind every single change we're about to discuss is this one idea: making it easier to do business in India. And you know who this is aimed at? It's squarely focused on empowering small traders and entrepreneurs, the real backbone of our economy. So what's the single biggest change that's come out of all these reforms? It's the move to what they're calling a simple tax structure, and that's our next focus. The government has radically transformed the old GST slabs, and honestly, this is where things get really interesting for your day-to-day operations and your financial planning.
Now, just look at this slide. The sheer simplicity is what's so striking. On the left, you've got that old, kind of complicated four-tier system, 5, 12, 18, and 28%. And on the right, a clean, simple two-rate structure. I mean, this move from 4 slabs down to just 2 is a total game changer for simplifying compliance and accounting.
All right, let's quickly define these new rates so it's all crystal clear. First, we've got the 5% rate, now called the merit rate. Think of this for your essential goods. Then there's the 18% standard rate, and this is going to cover most other items. And finally, there's a special demerit rate of 40%, but that's for a very, very small number of things. Simple, right?
Okay, now for the part I'm sure everyone's been waiting for. What does this actually mean for specific products in industries? Let's get into the nitty-gritty and put a spotlight on the major rate reductions that are creating some really significant benefits across key sectors of the economy.
This really brings home the impact on both everyday life and on business. I mean, look at these numbers. Common household items like hair oil and soap, they're dropping from 18% all the way down to 5%. Packaged foods get a massive cut to 5%, and some essentials like UHT milk and paneer are going to nil, 0. For businesses, this means lower input costs, and for the whole economy, it means a huge boost in consumer spending.
And here's a massive one for a key driver of the economy: cement. It's a critical component for all construction and infrastructure, and it's getting a full 10 percentage point cut, down from 28% to 18%. This is a seriously significant boost for the entire real estate and construction industry.
The auto sector is also getting some incredible relief. Small cars, most motorcycles, they're all down to 18%. Same for commercial vehicles like buses and trucks. But it doesn't just make vehicles more affordable. The move to a uniform 18% rate on all auto parts, now that is a huge win for simplifying the entire supply chain.
And hey, the benefits don't stop with goods. The services sector is getting a major boost too. The big headline here? Individual health and life insurance are now completely exempt from GST. That's a drop from 18% all the way down to 0. We're also seeing huge cuts for hotel stays, services at salons and gyms, and even for agricultural machinery. It's all designed to bring down costs for consumers and businesses alike.
So, we've seen all the rate cuts. But what does this actually add up to for your bottom line? In this next section, we're going to connect the dots and translate these tax reforms directly into your new business advantage. It's all about turning these policy changes into tangible profit and real growth opportunities. Think of this slide as your clear 4-step path to growth. So first, your input costs go down, which directly improves your profit margins. Second, compliance gets way simpler, saving you valuable time and those administrative headaches we all hate. Third, you can offer more competitive prices to your customers. And finally, all of this works together to boost consumer demand, lifting the entire market. It's a really powerful cycle.
Look, understanding these changes is the first step, but capitalizing on them, that's what really matters. So in our final section, let's talk about your next steps,
the practical actions your business can take right now to prepare for and fully leverage this new, much more favorable GST framework.
First things first, timing is everything. So get your calendars out. September 22nd, 2025, that's the day the new rates for goods and services kick in. And looking a little further ahead, by December 2025, the new Goods and Services Tax Appellate Tribunal will start its hearings. This is fantastic news for businesses that have been stuck in long legal battles, promising a much faster path to getting things resolved.
And beyond just the rates, the entire system is getting a major upgrade. I mean, imagine getting your refunds faster to improve your cash flow. Or think about a simple, automated 3-day registration process to get your new venture off the ground quicker. Add to that the stronger dispute resolution we just talked about, a system designed to clear backlogs and give you certainty, and the goal becomes crystal clear. They're removing friction so you can focus on what you do best, running your business.
And that brings us to our final thought for today. We've walked through the simplified slabs, the sector-wide rate cuts, and all the new measures to make compliance easier. So the big question we want to leave you with is this. Looking ahead, how will your business strategically use these GST reforms to accelerate its growth in the coming year?